Sexton is down. Sexton has dropped that from the lead.
Aaron Plessinger is down.
Don't count me out. I'm not done yet.
Sexton taking the 450 title.
Hello and welcome everybody, and welcome to round 15 of RM Fantasy SXperts. I am Chase.
I'm Charles.
And we are your RM Fantasy SXperts. Thank you for joining us. Well, I just heard us talk back in my headphones. Did you hear that?
That was kind of crazy.
That was kind of crazy. Hope you all are having a wonderful and fabulous Wednesday afternoon.
Fabulous Wednesday.
Fabulous Wednesday.
We're going to Philly.
We're going to Philly, dude. We played
Love
disc golf today. Like, it's been a good day, dude.
It's been a good day.
We're having the best weather we've had all year so far.
Yep.
Couldn't complain. But what used to be a tie for the red plate, this man right here, no longer has it.
Tier.
I should have read the signs. We set a stat in last week's show. We said that Jet hadn't gone more than three races all year without winning.
Yep.
He was due. He had gone three races without a win. And what do?
You don't put him in?
I don't put him to win. And it bites me.
And I thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate it, because you would have closed that gap.
I know. My only pick right was Cooper Webb in third place.
Man.
Tomac rode good, though. We'll talk about it. But, yeah, here's your results up here on the table. That's your top five. Anderson, another 5. Barsha, out of nowhere. Looks like he's picking up a little steam. And McElrath got the wild card, so it wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
Well, remember, if you are joining us live right now, hey, guess what? Final ticket giveaway for this show. We're doing 20 tickets to Salt Lake City. We're here already, basically.
We're here.
We got 3
I'm
left.
excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be there.
We got,
And, comment after the show is live and tell us how many tickets you need.
Yeah, remember, does not include travel, but if you can be there and you would like some tickets, we are happy to give some away. So me, Charles, we're all going to be at Salt Lake having a good time. It's going to be great. But before we get there, let's not get too antsy here. We still got 3 rounds left. We're coming up to Philly. We've only got a 5-point gap between Jet and Webb.
A lot can happen.
Look at the West Coast, dude.
Dude,
hey,
that was...
Look.
Let's hear it.
We got Weston Pike coming on here in the show in just a few minutes. Every time anybody has ever said the pro circuit curse, I've always just kind of laughed and shrugged a little bit.
Superstition. Superstition.
I'm a believer in the pro circuit curse. How do the 2 red plate holders on each coast that are both pro circuit bikes take each other out in the main event?
I don't know, man.
What is the deal with Mitch Payton?
Inside bets?
Inside
bonuses? I don't know.
Can we get a welfare check on Mitch? Has anybody done a welfare check on this man? Like, the poor soul just can't catch a break. Yes, Shelby, we did tickets for Denver. Now we are doing Salt Lake. But look, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do the show every week. We have the Discord, too. The link to that's down below. The Discord is where everybody goes and chit-chats on race day. That's where all the memes get dropped and a whole lot more. So, yeah, check out the Discord if you haven't already. But real quick, we're coming down to the wire here. Let's show you why you want to be playing RM Fantasy SX. Here we go, grand prizes. As y'all know, we got 3 race prep KTM dirt bikes that we're giving away and a whole lot more. But the best part is, Chuck, we do the grand prizes, but we also do 10 weekly prizes.
Exactly.
And here they are to this week. What do we got?
7 Gear, Works Connection, Bridgestone, ASV Fly, Troy Lee, Fox, 100% Tusk, and Cherubies. If you want to know more about these prizes, you're going to want to head over to our website. You can find them on the same page where you put your picks in.
Yeah, I'm hearing people talk about using their fantasy cash, too, to buy stuff on the website, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of fantasy cash, I'm pretty sure we had a perfect score this week.
We did.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Which, I mean, yeah, look at that, man. EB10,
yeah, Star Racing 12 got a perfect score, right?
Are they around the top 10? Don't see them in there. Not in our group. No Star Racing 12.
Nope.
No, wait. Yeah. 127 points, perfect score. That's a lot of fantasy cash for just one race.
That is.
You go spend it right on our website. That's freaking awesome. I don't know. How did that person think to put Barsha in their top 5?
I know. The heck is that?
Like, he hasn't even hardly sniffed the top 5. And Anderson in 4th.
Yeah.
That means you knew Kenny wasn't going to be in the top 5.
The only thing I can think of is how they had the rain before and just thinking like, oh, yeah, Barsha could do good in there. Just
I don't know.
Going off of that.
Just
I don't know.
Interesting to see, but congratulations to Star Racing for perfect score. All right. Bridgestone race recap. Let's get into it here. Ken Roxon, Charles, mechanic, please elaborate. How could something like that happen?
Nothing to elaborate on because here's the thing. You can say all you want about it, but it was an actual part that failed.
Well,
like
I think
brand new. I think he said he had 3 hours on it.
Here it is right here. Well, yeah,
So
I don't know how much time they put on these shocks, but
it sounded like it was the reservoir cap. So if you didn't have the circlip all the way in, the reservoir cap could pop out. But they're saying it just blew apart.
Well, did you see the pic? I think it was Vital MX. Somebody posted a picture showing his circlip right here. You can actually, if you pause at the perfect time, you actually see his circlip exit stage right off the motorcycle.
Well,
So
I hate to say it. That could have been installation error then.
Really?
If it popped out,
And that impact was pretty harsh, dude. They were going really high to basically flat.
either that or they need better stuff. But
I mean, no, it's a
happening
factory
to anyone
motorcycle.
else.
Yeah, but that's just a freak. I mean, look at Chase Sexton, dude.
Yeah.
A rock hit his throttle body and had
broke
it
it in
stick
half.
wide open.
You know what?
What?
Where are these parts being made now? Never mind. I won't get into that. Anyway, I don't know.
I know. It's just, well, here's the deal, though. For people that are watching that don't understand, like, why that would happen when your shock blows, the second that your shock blows like that, all your oil is just spewing out. You no longer have damping in your shock, which means you're relying on just the spring. And these guys on Supercross suspension, they run a very stiff spring. So you basically just have a pogo stick for a rear shock. So the minute that thing bottoms out and packs into one of those whoops, it's going to buck you over the bars exactly like it did with Kenny. Because you see, he got through the first few okay. Like right here, he's okay.
Yep.
But now oil's gone. He's out.
Yeah, the oil gives you all the damping, and it's just a pogo stick after that. So
I'm going to give a little bit of credit where credit is due. Shout out to the AMA for going to 9 whoops max this year. Because he crashed. Like, what if there was another 3 or 4 whoops in that section?
Could have been bad.
And he landed in the whoop section? Could have been possibly worse.
Damn, dog.
Not saying I still agree with that ruling, but maybe in that situation, it did help a rider. I don't know. Anyway, kind of a freak deal.
Glad he's somewhat okay considering the circumstance, though.
Yeah, what is it? Bruised toe, bruised knee, and ankle, but he's...
hold on.
He broke his tibial plateau and
that's
symptoms.
right, yeah.
Yep.
He said bye-bye Supercross season, so he is out for the rest of the year, which is a huge bummer. Now people that are going to be watching the next 3 rounds aren't going to get Ken Roxon in there, which sucks.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, because we got the Chase Sexton crash, too, luckily he is... Oh, gosh, dude. That could have been way worse.
Yeah, for going bad, it went well.
He's holding his chest. He must have smashed his chest on the handlebars so hard. So they're saying for him, like, broken throttle body and what are the odds that happens right as he's about to go off the lip? I mean, it was definitely a freak deal.
That's so weird.
Like, these guys are elite level riders. I'm not going to I don't want to sit here and say, oh, he just mistimed that jump. Because the fact that he left the jump, like when he took off, he was already full rocket ship.
Yeah.
To me, it just says something happened. That was not like a tuck the front end weird deal. That was a bike malfunction.
Yeah, it could
At
have
least
cracked.
that's how I see it.
Could have cracked right before that. It's just the second he tried to accelerate, it was already cracked, so it just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like where he was turning and going to hit that jump, you're like, well, how did a rock, nothing hit your throttle body right then and there? Yeah. So it could have happened before that. And then when he went to give it gas, you're saying it stuck open as he went off that. That's got to be that's such a scary,
sucking air or whatever.
Such a scary feeling, man. Hey, just glad he's. What if that had happened off a triple? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the whoop section.
That could
you just have a wide open throttle body going through the whoop section.
Yep.
Sketchy. All right. Well, yeah. So that was it. And then 250 highlights. We had a few things here. We do have Deegan jumping back on track. Dude, how about him? He just didn't ride good the whole night. He almost didn't make it through the main out of the heat race.
Yeah. Got stuck in the sand, and then also
who was it? Linville was just like, was that the guy's name? The privateer guy that was just not letting Deegan by the entire time.
I can't remember.
I don't have that Deegan highlight. This is the big crash at the beginning, though, with Kitchen and McAdoo.
Yeah, so here's the main. Yeah, bummer deal. Such a bummer for Kitchen. Like, it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah, man. It's just like, what are the freaking odds? Shout out to Kitch, though. Like, they're saying some broken ribs.
And he came back and
he still
14th.
rode. I mean, that's adrenaline. But, dude, you know how sore he's got to be right now?
Oh, yeah. Good
grief. Thankfully, they've got the weekend off.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah. But now I think it's a 1 or 2 point gap now between him and Hampshire. Dude, that's going to be
here's the
3
points.
points.
3 points.
Yeah.
That are 2 points. That's going to be good. I'm excited for that.
Vial's in front on the East Coast now.
Vial's in front.
Yep.
Let me check real quick. Charles, take it away. I got to message Pike here.
Yeah. So highlights. We got any more? Is that it?
We got some more 450.
Yeah,
Let's
let's check him out. What do we
Roll
got
'em up.
there?
Okay, off the start. So Jet got a good jump, but Tomac did too. I watched the side-by-side shot, and I was thinking Jet came out way further. But if you see the wider shot, they're almost just the same. But then Tomac's coming into the screen, and he mentioned that in the press conference, getting the better angle. He learned from the heat race. So, yeah,
but he
shout
still
out to
took a
him.
gamble because everybody that started outside seemed like they got pushed out wide. It was a
Cut
gamble, man. Because if
across,
you don't
yeah.
get that jump, it's going to be trouble.
Confidence.
It was
But
confidence,
it worked out for him. And so Cooper Webb.
Yeah.
Not saying he was riding bad, but kind of wonder if he wasn't pushing it as hard just because his crash last year.
No, dude, he said he just didn't have it. He just got dropped.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Cooper Webb is just going to let last year stop him from trying to beat Jet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would just say just like it's in the press conference, he just didn't have it. Is what it is.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, though, man. Is Tomac the second best guy right now?
I think he is.
Speed-wise.
Speed-wise.
Jet and Tomac, and then Webb.
So, yeah, until Roxon crashed. Because, I mean, look at them doing the triple. Those were the only guys doing that triple, right?
Yeah,
Before
well,
the
I don't
whoops.
know. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, right now, Webb, Tomac doesn't have the results that Webb has, but I would still argue that right now Webb is the third fastest guy.
Yeah, so Tomac set the fastest lap in the main. Faster than Jet. It was just he faded towards the end. So
well, that's the crazy thing about Jet, man, is his racecraft, because I feel like he saw these guys just going. I mean, because Kenny and Tomac were just going wide open at the start of the race, and Jet just kind of hung out. He just stayed within distance, stay within reach. Roxon obviously crashed, but he's going to get around him regardless. But then it's like he passed Tomac and checked out by 7 or 8 seconds, but you just don't see him doing anything different.
He's looking ahead. He was able to go
not
to
even
the
the sand section. I'm just talking in general. I mean, once Jet got around him, he dropped him by 7 or 8 seconds. But he's doing the same rhythm lanes. You're just like, what? We'll have to ask Pike about it. Like, where would you think on this track Jet was that much better? I don't know.
Just consistent.
It's insane to me.
Because it's like his average lap time is it was a little less than half a second better than Tomac's. So it's just that little bit.
But, like, where is he making up that time? When these guys are all so close, and you've got Eli Tomac, and I would argue that Tomac is where, like, at the speed he was at last year. I think Jet's just that much better. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pike, when Pike gets on the call, we're going to ask him about that, kind of see what he thinks about that. Cool. Kind of interesting. But, yeah, we are headed into Philly this weekend, so let's check out the track trends. Let's check out the track layout that we got coming up here.
Hey, I got to say one more thing real quick.
What?
Man, Hunter had to take away AC's heat win.
Yeah.
He's going out, but
I really do think he did feel kind of bad about that in the interview. He's just like, because he knows he's retiring.
Yeah.
And he knows it's like that would be a high for AC to like finish out with at least like a heat race win.
Yep.
And so, but it's like, well,
you got to earn it, though. You got to earn it.
You could have just chilled out for a second.
Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't feel that bad.
Give him that baby gift, dude.
Yeah.
Give him that dad gift.
I was like, your bro would have done it. Your bro would have done it.
Jet probably would have. Jet probably would have. He's like, I got to win over these fans. But hey, it was good to see AC. Here's what I'm stoked about for AC, though, is that he's enjoying. He's not miserable just trying to get through the rest of this year so he can be done, or the Supercross season. I mean, he pulled the whole shot in that heat and gives a fist pump to the crowd going over the triple.
Yeah.
When have you ever seen a rider do that?
Never.
You know what I mean? And then in the main event, or no, not the main event, he did something. I can't. Oh, he did it in qualifying. He pulled the whole shot in qualifying and then to the rhythm lane gave a fist pump. So it's just cool to see that he's enjoying this whole process.
Yeah.
And he's not miserable and he's just taking it all in. The fans are realizing that too, because you could hear the crowd when he got the whole shot. So yeah, I'm just happy for the guy. So, and dude, dream come true real quick. So we're having this big charity golf tournament. Chuck, you know all about this. Adam's going to be there, and I get to interview him while we're playing a little bit of golf, dude.
That'd be sweet.
So I get to take golf, Adam Ciancerulo, and do an interview, dude.
Mix it all
We're going to have
together.
to try and
I
get
love
you
it.
out there, dude.
Let's go.
Try and get you out there somehow. It'll be pretty good. All right, well, all right, let's look at the track real quick.
Yeah, pretty cool. Tight first corner.
Yeah. I mean, similar, not split lane, a little bit shorter start, but not super tight, not super short. Here's the thing, though, is, man, like all the rhythm lanes minus that one are all pretty short. It's going to be a slower paced track.
Yep.
So
Lots of bowl turns.
Yeah, I mean, good bowl turns. I've never been a fan of the curved rhythm lanes.
Yeah.
How they are right there. So I don't know how I feel about that, but
Could
yeah,
shake it
I
up.
don't know. Looks all right. Every time I make a prediction on how the track's going to race, I'm always way off. The ones that I think are going to be boring always end up being great, and the ones that I think are going to be amazing never, don't produce the results. But I don't know. What are your thoughts? Comment below. What do you guys think about the track this week?
Yeah, looks like we got a nice little jump into the whoops.
Yeah. Well, and keep in mind, too, they're showing 12 whoops, but they made all these track maps, and then they made the change during the season. So there's only going to be 9 whoops. That's how it's going to go.
So there we have it.
All right. Blake, how are we looking on Pike? I think we're getting close. All right. We're getting close to getting Pike on here.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, look, let's just jump into it here. Our top contenders. Webb no longer holds the red plate.
So sad.
Will you grab those for me real quick? Okay. Is there any reason that you don't pick Jet Lawrence to win this week, Chuck?
I have no reason to not.
Other than I need you to not pick him, so I do, and I can try and gain some points on you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I didn't listen to myself. Like, still hasn't gone more than 3 races out of win, right? He went 3, he got his win, so that pattern's holding true. He's qualified first 8 times, and he's won 6 of those races.
Yeah.
So if he qualifies P1, you're dumb not to put him in first place.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say it right now, he wins this championship pending he doesn't crash. He's clearly by far the fastest guy. And unless he makes another big mistake, I don't see how Webb's going to try and claw back.
Yeah,
I think
somehow doesn't get a good start, something
or a
like
bad
that.
start,
Sure.
yeah.
Yep.
But the thing is, though, man, it's like even if he gets a horrible start, he's the only guy. He could still come back and win.
He can work his way up. Yeah.
The thing
it
is, I was
depends
like,
how bad.
Webb needs to get like top 3 start, and Jet needs to start 10th or worse for the start. To me, Webb's got to be like 3rd or better, and Jet has to be worse than 10th off the start to even make a difference. I think as long as Jet's somewhere around 10th and Webb is in the top 5 somewhere, I still think Jet's going to beat him 8 times out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree. But speaking of Webb.
Yeah, what about him?
So Webb,
What?
3rd place last weekend, 5 points back now.
Kills me to see. No longer has that red plate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think he's going to come fired up this weekend. He knows he has to make some moves. I think he's going to feel the pressure to win. He's got to make a statement. Otherwise, it's over, in my opinion.
Well, he has made the statement. He made the statement 2 weeks ago when he won. Led the whole thing.
He's got to keep making it.
He's got to keep making the statements?
He's got to keep making it.
What's it going to take for Webb to win? Other than a whole shot?
He's got to get the start. He's got to do the same thing as 2 weeks ago.
And then hope that Jet gets a really bad start?
Pretty much.
Because that's
I
about
think
the
that's
only
his
way.
only hope.
Pretty much. Not saying he can't do it. There's going to be a lot. Look, I think Webb, I don't know if Webb would rather have the points lead at this point or not. I'd imagine probably say yes, or at minimum tied, right? I don't know. Mm-hmm. But if you're Webb, like I said, man, you've got nothing to lose. If Webb takes this thing down to Salt Lake, you get a close points battle. I already said this before in a different show. The storyline is going to be, man, Webb almost did it. Even after, he won 2 titles. He's 28 years old now. He's a little bit older. If he doesn't win this title, no one's going to say, Webb blew it.
Yeah.
So he's got nothing to lose, in my opinion, other than trying to win his 3rd title. Obviously, that's a big deal. But for Jet, he's got all the pressure in the world. He's expected to win the title. So if he doesn't, it's going to feel like one of those Tomac years where he was dominant but didn't win. Yep. Therefore, Jet's going to, I think, has more pressure to win.
I think he does too. And he has more pressure than any other championship so far that he's had right now, right? Because usually he has a bigger points lead at this time. So we'll see how Jet does under pressure. As a fan, I want to see Webb win. I want it to go all the way to Salt Lake, but realistically, as far as picks go, I think I've got Jet in P1.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
Webb, here's the thing, though. You probably, let's go to Tomac here. He's third in the points right now after, unfortunately, Kenny's crash out. So Tomac is now third in the points. Here's what you need about Tomac that I would say is he's his last 5 races, 7-6-1, 6-2. He has 6 podiums, but he hasn't finished third yet. And that's another reason that I'm saying that Tomac is the second best guy, because if he gets a start up front, he's not beating Jet, but he's still the second fastest guy, and he's finishing right there.
Yeah.
So you either got to put Tomac first or second, but don't put him third.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it right now.
He's only had back-to-back podiums one time this year.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Interesting.
And he's podiumed 6 times. Jet and Hunter are the only other 2 that have podiumed more than, Webb and Jet have podiumed 8 times this year. I'm just saying he's first or second place for Tomac.
Yeah.
That's where you got to put him.
Yeah, and he did get that whole shot last weekend. So.
Okay. Chase Sexton, super banged up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess
Bummer.
my thoughts on him was maybe just
watching,
see how he does in qualifying and see how
and just see
banged
how
up he really is. Because he could be a solid top 5 easy.
Yeah.
But he could also not be in there if he's really hurting,
I mean, looking at it, I don't know, man. He was trending up, right? 3, 2, 5, 2, top 10, top 5s. I mean, yeah, if he's there, I still think he's a better top 5 pick than Barsha, even being a little bit banged up. So I don't know, man. It's just tough. And these guys are kind of secretive about what's going on.
Yeah, East Coast average finish, 5.0. Season average per gate drop, 5.1.
Isn't it crazy that Sexton's only won 1 race?
It is crazy.
And it was at a mud race in San Francisco.
Yeah.
He almost won in Seattle, but, like, the returning, I mean, I get it. Like, new bike, new everything. But still, like, one race win and you were just the 2023 Supercross champion.
It's weird.
Well, Webb won a title, then didn't win the next year. Anderson won 7 races 2 years ago and hasn't even sniffed a race win since.
Yeah.
I guess he did get second at the opener.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just kind of surprised to me. Well, maybe we'll see what Weston Pike thinks. But are you going to put him in your top 5? Do you have Sexton in there right now?
I actually do.
I don't.
I got him in P5 right now.
I don't have him in my top 5.
Okay.
All right.
You guys ready for Pike, speaking of?
Oh, dog, we are always ready for Pike. Speaking of this man, the number 18, the only man to ever just serve a beatdown that I've seen in the middle of a Supercross race, it is Mr. Weston Pike from Fly Racing. Weston, how we doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh,
really
dude.
Good.
We're just here bench racing. We're just talking about Sexton, and the fact that he's alive is pretty shocking to us after his crash last weekend.
Yeah, that was a shocking one. I didn't know. I was like watching that. I'm like, what the hell did you just do? Like, but I don't know. Like, it's such a hard race thing. Like, did he really have his throttle wide open? Because I watched the video and I'm like, it didn't look like it. But I'm like, did you just go for it and then just like loop out? I don't know. I was confused.
Yeah, it's really strange. Like, I don't know if it was like, yeah, these guys are so calculated that to me would seem very odd that he mistimed it that poorly. But it was strange, though, that he was just full loop out from the second he left the lip. That's what makes me feel like it was something weird that wasn't really under his control. Because or he came in way too hot, tried to check up last second, and realized, like, oh, shoot, like, I'm right in the middle of speed. I don't know. But it was nasty.
But is
And it's tucked up in there, like underneath the gas tank. Like it's just an odd thing to happen. You're on a Supercross track where like you're not. I don't know. It was just weird, but well. Yeah, it's just interesting. Hey, so looking at Webb and Jet right now, I mean, what percentage do you give Jet right now to win the title? I mean, outside of him crashing, because we were talking about it, in my opinion, even if Jet starts 10th and Webb is 2nd or 3rd, I still think Jet is fast enough to climb through the pack and pass Webb to beat him. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call because obviously Webb's on fire right now. He's super fast, consistent to a point. Jet's same thing, inconsistent, but that dude just is like on another level with if he's on fire and he's coming to the pack and the track suits him, he'll come from 20th and still win is kind of how I see it. But I mean, obviously being an American, I want to see another American win the championship. But like I said, it just comes down to these last couple of races of who's going to, be more consistent, so I think it's going to run down to the last round. I'm aiming for Coop to win, but we'll see. I mean, it's Jet's like on another level. Once he's comfortable, it's like you watch him ride and I'm like, this damn kid makes this shit way too easy compared to when I was racing. I'm like trying everything under the sun just to go faster. And he looks like he's out there fucking doing a practice lap.
Yeah. I like, we were watching him, like, even when he got around Tomac, he's doing all the same lines. And you're just like, you don't know what he's doing to go faster. It's crazy just to think that like you can go a half-second lap faster than Tomac, and Tomac was ripping. Yeah. You can't tell me right now that Tomac wasn't trying 100% in that race to stay ahead of Jet.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like his riding style is so finesse and like minimal that I'm like, how do you go so fast and look like you're going so damn slow? Like standing up, cruising, but that's like that Euro style, but I watch him and I'm just like, I hate you because you make it look so damn easy, and I'm like, I wish I could make it look 5% as easy as you do when I race. But yeah, everybody else looks like they're going fast, like they're trying to go fast, and he just looks like he's just riding, like cruising around, like, so it's like it's so hard to predict it, obviously, because he's had some fumbles, so I'm like, I don't know, who knows how it's going to turn out. So
yeah.
What about outdoors? You think anybody's going to slow him down there?
Hell no, dude.
No, I don't.
Nothing? Another 22-0.
I mean, shit, maybe he's probably got their insurance policy taken out too on that.
Well, think about it. Sexton, who realistically, if Tomac's not racing outdoors, the only other guy that last year could give him a run for his money is Sexton. He hasn't even been comfortable on the bike yet in a full Supercross season. He just started riding outdoors. Like, there's no way. I'm sorry, but with how hard it is for Sexton to find comfort in a motorcycle, no way that he's just going to show up and give Jet any sort of worries. And Jet knows that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think Jet knows if he just steps in and does the same thing he did last year, it'll be a walk for him. But then again, Sexton did put on some pressure to him a couple times last year, and then he was his own worst enemy. He'd crash, So it's like, can Cooper, come out of the wood and handle it? You never know, because Cooper's fast as hell outdoors too. So if he's comfortable and he's riding good, I could see Cooper and Jet kind of doing the same thing outdoors, as long as they both start out, strong, from race one. And I think Cooper could be another competitor for sure.
I think Cooper did say in an interview that he does want to win. A check box for him is an outdoor title, because I don't think he wants to. Because remember, he won a 250 title in outdoors against some bad dudes. So I don't think he wants to be. I think he really does want to check that box off. But man, it's a tall order, dude. Jet's coming back on the same bike. The confidence is at an all-time high. And I think Hunter is going to be really good in outdoors. I think people aren't really talking about him much, but I would bet Hunter's going to be better this year in outdoors than he has been his rookie year in Supercross.
Yeah, I think so. His Supercross season's been pretty up and down. But like I said, we've seen it a million times. Some guys that step up from 250Fs are are like extremely terrible in a 450. And then it's either you're extremely terrible for your first year and you somewhat bounce back, or you're like Jet, where you step in and you're just like an animal and you win numerous races. So it's like, you never know. But I don't know. I think outdoors is strange, because obviously with Jet coming in with the wins he had from last year, you never know where he's at. He could have pressure and, he could look at it differently and maybe think it's too much of a cake and, make some mistakes or this and that. But, you never know until that's why I don't bet on races unless it's Phil Nicoletti, because he always ends up losing and I win. But, other than that, I think it'll be a good outdoor season.
Okay. Hey, Filthy Phil's going to be at the golf tournament, dude. We might have to put you in the group behind him so you have a chance to hit a few drives while he's still on the fairway.
If FY, for anybody that's in front of me or the side of me, good fucking luck.
just be ready for 4 all day long.
Yeah, like you better wear a helmet if you're in front of me. Because I literally suck at golf, and if there's any alcohol beverages allowed to be on the course, it might be worse.
Oh boy! All right, as long as that checkbook's ready to go, dude, we're okay with anything.
Make your donation first.
Oh gosh. Well, I kind of going back to the Hunter thing. I honestly think that Hunter, his rookie season is what you would expect out of a rookie 450. Jet's just the exception. So I think Hunter, after getting a full season of Supercross, going to outdoors, I think he is going to be crushing. But rumor has it Tomac's going to race some outdoor races, maybe not all of them. I have no idea. But if you're, I don't know. Coming from it, if you're in Tomac's shoes right now, do you think, is it hard to want to put all your eggs in the outdoors and do a full outdoor season right now?
I thought I was under the impression he was racing the whole outdoor series, but I don't follow, the industry as much as I should. But I thought he was racing the whole outdoor season, because I look at Tomac like that's his bread and butter. Like I think he would put more eggs into outdoors than he would Supercross, as far as like his background. So I thought he was doing the whole outdoor series. I feel like if he starts round 1, round 2, round 3, and he's in the chase, he's going to race the whole series. I don't care what anybody says. He's not going to just pull out, if he's doing well. If he's not doing well, then yeah, that could be a different story. But I think if he's crushing it, he's going to finish the series.
Okay. That is good news to me.
Yeah.
Because that's what we all wanted to see last year. Mm-hmm. Right? So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
here's a question for you, man. Obviously, you've had your fair share of injuries. And looking at like guys like Malcolm Stewart, Weege brought this up, and I thought it was a good point, but I want to get your take on it. Mookie has had, I would say, just an abysmal Supercross season. Like, when you look at how fast everyone talked about how he was in the preseason and all these things, and then right now he's just like a 7th, 8th place guy. Do you think, like, he's 30 years old or something. He's right around there. He's older than people might think. Is it, at that age, does it get that much harder and harder to come back from an injury and get back to where you were? Like, for example, with Tomac, I think a lot of people don't give enough credit to the fact that when you're off the bike for 5 or 6 months, just how hard it is to get back to where you were when you were at your peak the season before.
Of course it is. But then again, like, it all depends on how you go about the injury and what you're doing to like sustain that injury and how you're, getting your body ready or what you're doing when you're not riding. But Malcolm in general, like, he's fast as hell, but he was never like I like Malcolm, like we're friends, but like I look at it like he was on the team with me at JGR. He was fast, but he never had like that win speed. He has the win speed, but he didn't have the consistency. Like he always had like, a mishap here or there. So like coming into this season, I feel like all I heard was like this super hype about Malcolm this, Malcolm that. So I don't know if that pressure kicked in or what, but obviously he's had a bunch of bad, crashes or just like stupid mistakes happen for the first 5-6 rounds. But like, I haven't seen speed from him yet. I haven't seen maybe in a couple races, but like his consistency lately has been like super crappy. And like, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like you're faster than that. You're better than that. So I don't know where or what's going on, if it's bike setup or whatnot, but I can definitely tell he's like 10-15% off his game, week in, week out. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And we saw him ride decent in the heat race.
Yeah, but like he hasn't even sniffed a podium, dude. Like not even close. So it's like, I don't know. Anderson's been a little bit better this year, but like after Anaheim won, I think we all expected to get back to 2022 Anderson, but haven't seen really any flashes of that. And I don't know, kind of interesting.
Yeah, to answer your question, I mean, injuries in general. I mean, my whole career, I didn't really have any big injuries to where it could set me back. I mean, I had an injury in 17 with my wrist, so I was out the entire Supercross series, and then I came back for outdoors, and I still was able to pull top fives. But it's tough. I mean, the field's thick right now, and none of these guys are under par, man. They're killing it, and they're all fast, and they're all putting in the work. So it's like, if you're just a little bit off your edge and off your game, and you don't have that fitness, like, I don't know if his fitness is low or down, but like these guys that are consistent week in, week out, like they're strong. Like they're not missing moves at all. So I don't know where he's at with that, but obviously, yeah, an injury can set you back. To me, honestly, like the age, yeah, it affects you. But if you're constantly grinding, training, putting in the work, like I don't think age really defers that much of the consistency or how it is to come back, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's funny, Weston, I remember, this wasn't your parish crash that, you know, everybody knows about, but I don't remember the year. You're going to know, but it was at Glen Helen, and I'm pretty sure that Weston met Jesus this day. He was coming down the hill and got a kicker and almost went OTB going down like Mount St. Helens, dude.
Oh yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah, that was a hairy almost crash. But that was like my career is like, I'm either crashing or almost crashing. Like it was, you know, that's how I always rode on the edge. And, you know, being a bigger guy, I'm able to pull off some pretty hairy crashes and not crash. But yeah, that was another good one. You know, I think I just posted that last year or something, a little throwback Thursday. But yeah, that could have been bad. That could have been a couple broken bones, but luckily I was able to muscle through that.
Have you ever seen the downhill at Glen Helen at the Vet Nationals? Because dudes are coming over on the break from the top of the hill down to the bottom.
The main top hill?
Yeah, like the big, long, steep downhill at Vet Nationals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hill is – that damn track can get gnarly for sure.
Oh, gosh. Okay, last thing, Weston. Well, two things, actually. Well, I never believed that the pro circuit curse was real, but, dude, even you've got to start thinking this theory is true with the two red plate holders on both coasts, pro circuit bikes, take each other out in the main event.
Yeah, that's like – I don't know. I don't believe in curses and shit like that. But like, I don't know, man. That's just a crazy coincidence with that. Because yeah, I mean, those guys were on fire and like consistently for sure every weekend. But like, I don't know, man. That just sucks, to be honest. Because they were set. I guarantee they both would have won the championship. Because my buddy Dave Cruz is their suspension guy now, and he's definitely got the bikes working good. And I was like, God damn it, he's gonna be so livid on that, you know, that they both took themselves out. But you know, I just look at it like it's racing and just the lights class. You know, those guys are just so freaking wound up, and they don't really have control in certain areas. And it's like you see it week in, week out. Like they make stupid mistakes, and they like that first lap is always so chaotic. You always see more crashes in the lights class because guys are just. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, it's been worse in the East Coast, I feel like. So bring the two together, of course it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's been brutal.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, are those guys hurt, not racing, or?
Kitch is just banged up pretty good, but he'll be racing. Thankfully, they've got this weekend off, but McAdoo is like, I think he's done. Pretty sure he's just done.
Huh, that sucks,
Bummer.
you know.
Yeah,
I mean, Kitch. Good, you know. I'd like to see him still pull it off because he's 6 points behind or 10 points behind.
No, he's 2. Like that's gonna be epic, dude. 2 races left.
I think he could still win it for sure and just ride safe. Because who's the?
It's RJ, who's about as throttle happy as any rider to ever live on planet Earth.
Yeah, he's one of our riders, so I can't say much. But yeah, I've seen him being possibly chances to win numerous times, and he throws it away. So it's like I'm not putting my eggs in that basket. You know, I hope he wins because he's a fly athlete, but you know, if he could just ride it out and play smart and have somebody in his fucking other ear being like, bro, listen, get your shit together, show up, your job, don't override, and you can win. That'll happen. But if that doesn't happen, you know, he could just self-explode himself. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I agree. No. Hey, at least we got a 5-point gap right now between Webb and Jet. And then with 250s, Vial's got a 13-point lead over Deegan, which could get exciting. Hayden Deegan, when he's got just Vial now to beat, 13 points, could get a little dicey out there.
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, same with that. I mean, Deegan rides over his head, and he makes some pretty unpredictable moves sometimes. So I mean, he's his worst enemy out there. So I mean, if he wants to try to play that card and override, then he ain't win the championship.
Sounds like they're trying to calm him down, though.
Yeah,
His
but
team.
in the racing moment, dude, when Vial's in front of Deegs and Deegs knows, like, I can maybe chop this guy's front wheel. Like, I don't think Deegan's going to T-bone Vial, but I'll bet you Deegan wouldn't hesitate to try and chop the front wheel and make him fall over in a corner.
He would definitely T-bone him 100%. You know what might be good for him is if everybody would fucking stop jocking his nuts every single second of the day and let him just ride his motorcycle and like take some like pressure off him of everybody and their mother like always being like, oh, you're this, you're that, blah blah. Oh my god, let's put you on TV, let's pull you here, let's pull you there. Maybe if he had like an ounce of normalcy, then maybe like that'll back off a little bit of pressure and like he could actually focus on racing instead of being like the star child 24/7, whether he's winning or losing. I think that, that could do something. But like I said, because these kids are still young, they don't know how to handle pressure and they don't know how to handle situations like that. So I think that could benefit him, just, kind of giving him some space and locking himself in the semi and not talking to anybody. You never know. That could work, could not work.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, man, all I know is we're in for a treat. We're going to have a couple tasty 250, finishes coming out with three races to go for the 250, or 2 each, right? You got Philly and the closer, and then we've got West Coast the last 2 rounds. So. Yep.
Well, and then East-West.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, East-West showdown. So it's going to be good. Weston, you're going to stick around in town to watch the Supercross finale, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'll be there. So.
All right. I like it.
Sweet.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate taking the time to do this call. It's good to hear from you. Glad to see you still got your gig going on with Fly. And, yeah, man, he's in Boise. Do you survive some winters up there, dude?
I have. I don't like it, but I've survived. But at least I like.
Snow bike?
I don't have a snow bike, but we have some ones at the shop and stuff, but we're not able to ride them anymore for some odd reason. I don't know. It's been a strange thing, but I mean, I don't know. I'll mess around and sled or snow bike if people rent them or whatever like that. But I mean, at least now, like I just, I do all my Fly Ambassador stuff, WPS. And then, me and, some business partners just opened up a RG3 Boise suspension shop in Boise. So, we have a deal up here doing dirt bike suspension and service and all that stuff. So that's kind of keeping me busy now through the winter time. So that's change of pace. So.
Well, good for you, man.
Awesome.
Good for you. All right. Well, hey, man, like I said, we appreciate taking the time to call in. And between now and Salt Lake, I hope you go out to the range a couple days a week, get that swing dialed in, and we'll tell Filthy Phil to wear a helmet.
Yeah, well, I got to get some first. So.
All right, brother, man. Hey, we appreciate it. And best of luck with everything you got going on, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
See ya. Good guy.
Good guy.
Some good insight there.
He is. I like that, dude. That was just a good. Jordan did not warn him about the swearing part.
No.
Jordan out there just sweating bullets right now. We were joking before Weston called in. It's like, hey, is anyone going to tell him about swearing on the show? Because, like, look, we try and keep this G-rated, but it's Weston Pike. Sometimes it just happens.
It's dirt bikes. Here.
It's dirt bikes.
It's dirt bikes.
All right, everybody. Well, yeah, thank you for getting to Weston Pike. All right, let's get back into it here. Top contenders. We had just finished with Chase Sexton. Now on to Anderson here. Look, Anderson is riding better. Okay, yeah. Let's start with that. That is good news.
4-10, 11, 4-4.
Yeah,
so
he's got
fourth
top
place
5
finishes.
Yeah, 3 out of the last top 5 or 5. We can work with that. 8 top 5s in the season. His average finish on the East is 5.8, but Kenny's out. Give the man a spot.
Give him a spot.
I think now that, like, and with Sexton banged up,
give him 2 spots.
Give him 2 spots.
Might as well.
Get a spot. Where's Oprah? Dude? Everybody gets a spot right now. So I think Anderson this weekend is a solid top 5 guy. Now, wait a second. Do I have him in my top 5? I do. I got him in 4th right now. So, yeah, I think he's a good top 5 pick.
I agree.
Okay, Hunter.
I think he's a good choice. I think some of these other guys, I probably put Chase Sexton in front of him still, but I mean, he's had some top fives this year. Let's see, last 5 races, 11, 7, 3, 7, 7. Only 3 top fives this season.
That's the stat that gets me, man, is like I would have thought for sure he had more top fives than that.
Yeah.
But like Weston said, he's just kind of been a little bit up and down. But hey, Sexton banged up, Roxon out, give the man 2 spots.
And a decent starter. So last 5 starts.
Yeah.
4.4175. So I mean,
no,
his start good and
he's trending upward. I would stick Hunter right now. Oh, and we can't forget about AP. It's tough for me because right now I'm in this hard place with Justin Cooper and Hunter. Kind of trying to decide which one of those I want to slide into my 5th place right now because Cooper's been looking good too. Yeah. But he's been like Hunter where it's like just up and down. Yeah. Just some races he's showing those flashes. He's up there. Oh, and he had that big one, dude.
Yeah.
Was that last weekend?
Crash? No, that was
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So he should be all right from that, but
yeah, I would say him and even Barsha might be an honorable mention, someone to keep an eye on.
Oh, Hunter said that someone just commented in the section. I forgot about this. Hunter said that he got punted by Anderson in the night show. Do we have that clip?
Roll it up. Let's play it.
Let's see that, please. Yeah. So, where's it? Oh,
yep.
Okay, not punted, but
did you see his leg get run over by? I think that was McElrath.
Oh, dude, Hunter was like 4th right there too, because there's 4th. He was 5th. Oh,
ouch.
Yeah.
Right over the ankle.
Yeah. Hunter.
Good thing he's got those boots on.
Okay, so Hunter rode good then because he came from way back all the way up to I think top 10. But okay, so Hunter he was due for a top 5 right there.
Yep.
All right, I changed my mind, dude. I'm gonna swap Justin Cooper out and I'm gonna put Hunter in there. My
Not
picture
a bad
locked
pick.
in right now. Sorry, Blake, but we'll make that change after the fact. Okay. That's not. Yeah, I wouldn't call that punted. Well, Hunter said he got punted. Or T-boned or taken out. I don't know. I just know that the word
So
that Hunter
dramatic.
used. And when you hear Anderson clean me out, look, you think it's
hard.
going to be dramatic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Barsha took out Jet. He was going super wide in that corner. Ando was.
I mean, Anderson was just trying to get position early. Like, it was an aggressive pass. I'm not going to say that was dirty. I'm going to call it a very aggressive pass. But I think I'm okay with it. Chuck, are you okay with it?
I have no comments at this time.
Well, look, here's the deal. I'm Hunter. I'm totally okay with it, but Hunter owes El Hombre one. Like, he owes him one. So and Anderson, to his credit, when somebody gets him back, he always says he owed me one.
Yeah. So why not just keep blasting people?
Exactly.
He takes it like a man. I
he
love
does,
it.
dude. Do you remember when
But
he...
here's the thing.
What?
You just don't do payback and ride your clean race, and then you don't mess yourself up, too.
Yeah, but Anderson's way out of this title hunt, and so is Hunter. So it's like, yeah, let him eat, dude. Let him cook. I'm totally okay with it, and I hope Hunter gets some retribution. Say,
Sounds
hey man,
good.
I'm not going to take this. I won't stand for this. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Okay. Wildcard watch. Chuck, what do we have here? This is the Fly Racing. Speaking of Weston Pike, the Fly Racing Wildcard watch.
There we go. So it's a little bit harder this weekend. So it's 13th place, but we got a couple guys shuffling around. Maybe, Roxon's out, so kind of bumps people up.
Yeah.
And for me, it made it a little bit harder to pick. But with that being said, we've got some good picks. So Benny Bloss, I mean, he's the wild card king. He could get it in any position.
He could.
Have to just bring that up. But, let's see. He's gone 22, 12, 13, 12, 8. Average finish in standard rounds is 13.89. So that's where he becomes.
Yeah, but Benny's been good. His confidence is good. He just got 8th.
Yeah, and last weekend, I mean, so my opinion, he's the worst pick on our wild card watch right now.
That's
13th.
a good opinion. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's possible, but not likely.
But he is the wild card king, so if he gets it again, Nothing to say other than
then
should have seen it coming.
he's just that guy. Okay.
Colt Nichols, struggle bussing. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I think him and Benny are just completely different vibes on this new beta factory bike.
Yep.
Because he didn't make it in out of the heat. And then in the LCQ, he wasn't even he got 5th, but he wasn't even close. It wasn't.
Yeah.
If you're on a factory motorcycle, you should be making it to the main event. There's absolutely no excuse.
Yep.
Sorry. And I get it's beta's first year, but Colt should be beating, you would assume,
that's the thing.
should be beating Benny.
Yeah, because he missed it by one place in the heat race. So you'd think he'd come out and just smoke everybody.
Yeah, he had a good gate drop or a good gate pick. He was only, he finished 10th. So it's I don't know, man, but it's not a good look. And the fact that Benny just got top 10, it's not helping Colt's case. But again, Colt, he's been dealing with injuries. He's missed races.
Yep.
So a few things there that we probably don't know about. Hopefully this weekend's a different story. But if you look at his results before that, he's 13, 14, 15, 13.
Yeah.
But now that Kenny's out, as long as Colt gets
be a
in,
little further up.
I think it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right.
Seattle, Nashville didn't make it in.
Okay, Adam Cianciarulo. His last 5, 15, 14, 22, 15, 14. Give him a spot. Within 2 spots of 14th 8 times out of the 10 races he's been in. He's 14th places. What does that say? 2 14th place finishes in the season.
Yeah.
After that heat race, though, in the main event, I just got a little bit,
He could come out spicy.
it's crazy you can get
Fired
second
up.
place in the heat race and then 14th in the main event.
It is kind of.
But his hand,
crazy.
man, I don't know. He's going to,
Hand, ankle.
just everything, man.
Yeah.
He ain't no Travis Pastrana, but he's got an old man's body.
Yeah.
He's pretty worn out.
Seasoned.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, you can't argue with numbers. He's right there around 14th.
Yep.
McElrath, McElrath he's all over, man. 12, 16, 10, 21, 13. Look at his last 5 starts, though. 5, 5, 6, 5, 8.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where he starts. He's always going to finish 12th to 16th place. I guess he had that 10th.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is he obviously rides really well, but the average finish per gate drop is 13.75.
Yeah, I wonder if his fitness is just off. I don't know. Look, I get all the guys that you're battling with are just all elite. Most of the guys have won, 250 championships. In fact, all of them have. All the guys that are beating him have. But, I take that back. Benny Bloss never won one. However, it's just surprising to me that Shane McElrath, who has won several races on 250s, could start 5th, 5, or 6, 5, and then fade that far back. I wonder what's making that happen. Is it a raw speed thing? Is he getting tired? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because, I really like Shane.
Yeah.
Shane's one of the few guys that when I see at the races, dude, he will call me out by name, give me a hug, and really genuinely ask me how everything is at Rocky Mountain in general. So he's just a great guy. So I'm hoping he's going to keep that thing in the top 10.
Yeah.
Here's a good pick, though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Kyle Chisholm, dude. This is who I have right now. Here's why.
Explain.
17, 13, 14, 17, 16. Give the man at least one spot this weekend. His average finish per round is 16. Start per gate drop is 16. Finish per gate drop is 15.6. But you give him just that one spot, and all those numbers move up one for this race.
Yep.
As the camera's not on me right now, but I'm doing these awkward movements. They can't see it. No.
All good.
I'm sitting over here give him one spot. I feel like, what's that dance they used to do?
I don't remember what that one's called.
Give him a spot. Anyway, that's where I think Kyle Chiz is the best pick for wild card.
I think he's a good pick.
Statistically, I think Nichols looks the best.
Yep.
But I still give the nod to Kyle Chiz, dude. Chiz gonna chiz. He just always kind of seems to end up right there.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Yeah, I actually have Nichols right now, but he looks good on paper. I'm worried that he's going to get bumped up one.
Nichols?
Do a little better. So,
dude's got to make the main event first.
Oh, he'll make it. He'll
Kenny's
make it.
out. Now he's into that main.
He's
dude.
in. He's
ninth
got that
instead of
spot.
10th.
Guaranteed, dude. He's in.
Okay.
So,
hey, we got to give a shout out to Josh Hill, though.
yeah.
Okay, that's another thing that's no bueno for Colt, right? Josh shows up, hasn't even raced all year, I don't even know if he's done a Supercross this year. I don't think he has. Homie shows up because it's a close race for him.
Yep.
And he wants to get points to qualify for SMX playoffs, I'm sure. Doesn't want to go to those LCQs.
Yep.
And he makes it into the main event. Transfers straight out of the heat and makes it into the main.
Nice work.
Yeah, shout out Josh Hill.
Yeah.
That guy's probably one of the most talented dudes on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
He's no Axel Hodges, but he ain't far off. I feel like if Josh Hill had started out doing what Axel is doing, he could have been at Axel's level. Because Josh raced factory, he was the championship hunt on 450s, so he did the whole racing thing for a long time. Axel knew that it wasn't going to pan out, so he just started doing freestyle. I feel like if Josh had started doing what Axel was doing at the same age, that he could have been that good. I think he is. I just don't think he wanted to take the risk. But Josh is insane.
Got some talent.
He is. He's a baller.
Yep.
Well, that's it, dude. That's the wild card watch. You know what time it is, though, dude.
A Cherubies, lock them in.
Cherubies, lock them in.
Yeah.
You ever see that video where they ask how to pronounce a Cherubies? They even
one
had
we
a
did?
T-shirt that shows you how to spell it out. We did one of those, right?
Yeah, we did one. They did one.
What gets me cooking, no pun intended, is when I hear industry people pronounce a Cherubies incorrectly. I've heard acerbis, acerbis, a cherbis.
Whoa, family show.
I'm speaking what I've heard, dude.
Acerbis?
Acerbis. I've heard it all. Don't know why. For some reason, people still pronounce.
I've heard Ackerbees.
Look, Aaron Plessinger. It's Ackerbees.
I've heard someone say that too.
That's pretty bad. I mean, look, it's an Italian word. I get it, but it should be. You just feel like it should be common knowledge by now. But Aaron Plessinger, everyone knows it's Plessinger. He has said it is Plessinger.
But some people still say
Plessinger. But AP always says I don't care. It's well, then no one's ever going to fix their ways, dude.
Yep.
If you don't care, you're never going to progress.
Yep.
Let's be real here. Art Muscan. Christian Craig to this day still calls him Marvin Musquin.
What?
So I swear he calls him Musquin, dude,
Musquin?
or Muskin. Yeah, just totally off. Maybe it's because they're buddies and they train together or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But every time I hear him, I'm just it's interesting.
How'd you say it?
Muscan.
Muscan.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do it, dude. Let's just Cherubies lock him in. You got 494.
Yeah, 494. I'm a little disappointed here. Yeah.
What's pissing me off, dude, is you and I keep staying so freaking close. I got 35 points. Every time you beat me, it's 5 or 10 points. And every time I beat you, it's 5 or 10 points.
You got to make your bad weeks good, man.
Yeah, you're minimizing the damage is what you're doing?
Damage control.
I'm not, dude. I'm pulling a straight McAdoo over here, just wadding myself. So
you're trying to damage both of us?
Yeah, here's my picks right now. I got Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Jason Anderson, Justin Cooper. But like I said, I think I talked myself kind of out of that for Hunter. But I'm sticking with Chiz for my wild card.
I like it. I got Lawrence, Webb, Tomac, Anderson, Sexton, Nichols. And the only reason I have Webb above Tomac, I do feel like Lawrence and Tomac, two fastest dudes, but Webb's got to come up with something. He's all in. So,
okay, but he's still not beating Jet. You're saying he's got to come up with something, but you still put Jet to win.
Well, yeah.
That's you speaking from the heart.
No, this is what I really think is going to happen.
Okay.
He's going to get a good start, be up front, but I just don't think he has the pace of Jet.
You got to remember, though, Tomac, dude, he hole-shotted basically all 3 of those Triple Crowns.
But historically,
he's on fire lately,
see, that's the thing. Historically, he doesn't podium 2 weekends in a row.
Well, I can't wait to take –
that's
true, but I can't wait to take those points from you when Tomac beats Webb. Just saying. Pretty excited about it. I got a lot of work to do here.
That's a decent point spread if you get it exactly right, huh?
Yeah, look at that. Robert Wolf, dude, said, yeah, Chuck going to choke with Colt. Don't change it now, dude. Don't let them get to you. Don't let the fans gonna get to you. Someone just said, I'm going to choke with Sexton. That's all right. Yeah, got to do it, dude. You got to take risks. I'm going to dig in this thing, dude. I'm going to T-bone you. I will do whatever it is. I will find out your login, and I will change your picks. Right? I'm going to hit up Christian and get your login, dude.
Welcome to the danger zone, baby.
That's right, dude. I will sabotage your picks. I'm going to text you randomly 5 minutes before the night show and say, hey, did you hear that Sexton crashed out?
Here's the deal. I'm doing multi-factor authentication.
You're getting the text code. You're gonna get an email like somebody's trying to log in from a special device. Was this you?
I'm gonna
You'd be
get
like,
spammed
no.
like a bunch of them. Yeah.
You ain't first.
Fair enough.
You're
You're gonna
last.
create fake accounts.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I like it, dude.
Cool.
Hey, I really don't eat that hot chip. If I'm being honest now, I really like my mouth salivates when I think about that thing.
Turns out they don't make them anymore, so I kind of do want to eat it.
How about we split it, dude?
Whoa.
Okay,
The bet's the bet. You
me
got to win
eating
fair and
that
square.
hot chip is like you drinking a cool glass of water, dude.
Here's
It
the deal.
doesn't phase you.
This is like AC wanting to get a heat win and Hunter Lawrence making him earn it, okay?
But
You got to earn me eating it.
But you eating half the chip would be like you just feeling bad that you took the win from AC, so you're going to share the pain with me. That's a fair analogy, dude.
I don't know. What do the people think?
Share the guilt.
Do the people even care about the one chip? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, they do.
I do.
You tell me after they saw me cry with the peanut challenge, they're not going to want to see me eat the hot chip?
Let's see what they say.
I don't know,
Let's do a
dude.
poll.
A lot of talk about web. A lot of web haters in there. I think Krista is probably number one web hater.
Here's the deal, though.
What?
Webb is keeping this thing interesting and alive.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, don't
love him, hate him.
Yeah, don't
It's
change
good.
the subject, dude. Come on, eat half the chip with me.
Let's see. Don't do it, Chuck.
How about this, dude? We won't even win or lose, dude. We just split the chip, dude.
Huh? What
I
kind of
just really
deal
don't
is
like
this?
All right, here we go.
You can't split it. We got to take it like a man.
Let's get to the meme event here.
Okay.
You're right. I got to earn it.
Crashville. Thought it was.
But hey, here's the thing. I saw some people saying like, well, one person commented, I don't remember where I saw it, but they were like, oh, this was a track designed for Jet Lawrence. I'm like, give me a break. And then the chase section thing.
Everybody races the same deal.
Let's say it was the bike. That wasn't the track's fault. Kenny's shock blowing out wasn't the track's fault.
Nope.
I don't blame Nashville for any of it. Just a coincidence. But we will call it Crashville.
Yep.
It has officially earned the title.
Yep.
Okay.
For
what do we got
many
next?
generations to come.
He always wins the LCQ.
Danger. That's a terrible robot voice.
It was pretty bad. But that
Let's hear your
kid,
best
man,
one.
shout out to, what was it, Linville or something like the kid that held him off, like, was riding good.
Yeah.
And I get, dude, Deegan must have been so hot under his helmet when he was behind that kid. Deegan
Damn,
probably about
dog.
blew his
That's
motor
not
out,
good.
revving him. All right, what else we got here?
Let's hear your accent for this one. I'm the only one doing the accents here.
'Tis but a scratch. Oh, danger, danger, danger. All right, Wally.
next
What
one.
else we got?
Wally. Yeah, spot the difference.
Okay, who saw that and was like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it looks
what
like
kind
a
of
speed
sports
skater"?
What kind of sports you watching here, guys?
Let's be honest here. Admit it.
Maddox?
Admit it. You like watching speed skating with those dorky helmets and one-piece spandex suits on. It's all right.
Hey, what if he does it, man? Okay,
You kick
Take
our
it
butt.
easy.
I'm just saying. I just don't know how like someone saw that and was like, "Wait a minute,
I know.
I know exactly what that looks like."
That's why I included
that is
this.
pretty
I was
funny.
like,
It's
what?
catchy, dude. It's smart. Like nobody else thought of it, and it's really good. Like it looks almost identical to that. So, shout out. It's a good one. What else we
I
got?
like it.
Eh,
Yeah,
it was a bummer. Just glad he's okay. Just glad he's okay.
I know.
All right.
You get a
Oh,
crash.
Speaking of Oprah,
You get a crash. What
It's
about
true.
him?
Oh, I said that earlier when it's like you get a spot when we were talking about Roxon and Sexton being banged up.
Yep.
Yeah, what else we got here? Yes, Showa.
Kaboom.
Dude, they got to
Showa
feel bad.
kaboom.
When
Yeah, I
when something
know.
like that happens, dude, those technicians, that tech guys
Oh,
or whoever,
dude.
suspension guys at Showa were out. They were packing up that rig and driving to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty bad.
Sad.
And no, we're not bashing Suzuki. It wasn't Suzuki. It was the shock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's calm down, people. This meme was a heck of a lot better if you watch it on the Discord because it's an actual video. And this kid starts out smiling, and then he starts to bawl. He's trying to hold it together.
Gotta go check it out.
No, that was Mitch Payton.
Welcome to the Sand Zone, baby.
Took a lot of dudes out.
Did even
Deegan.
Deeg.
Yeah, Deegs. Jet almost tucked the front opening lap in the sand section. Almost tucked the front. Just saying.
Good thing he didn't. That could have been
That's
bad
all it would have
news,
taken, man. That could have been bad news bears. He almost
This could
tucked
be
the
a whole
front.
different situation.
Okay. Let's see here. That it?
All the
it.
memes.
All right. Remember, if you want to see more of those, go to the Discord. The link to that is down below. But on the Discord, again, you can submit your memes. And then we have the chat. We have picks. Dr. JB always hooking it up with the stats in there, the lap charts, all the goodies. So make sure you go there and check it all out. But
We love seeing
that's
your
all we
memes.
got.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Get your picks in.
3 of these to go.
3 to go. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 races to go. What are we at? Blake, real
Is this weekend the day race?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Let me find out.
Blake, go back to leaderboard real quick. I want to see the points gap for our top 10. See what we're looking at for overall. 730. So 21. Oh, 51 points separate first to 10th. That's a pretty sizable gap. But remember, dropping the lowest scores, the 2 lowest scores, and we're going to have a double points round come Salt Lake City. So a lot of room. But EB10, whatever they've done the last few rounds has been special. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. And then JM Skelton leading our group around. Look at how tight our group is, though. 625, 600, 25 points separate top 10.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Well, yeah, this weekend, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, wow. It's
is the
1
gate
o'clock
drop,
here.
So.
Yeah, early day race. Make sure qualifying's going to start early and get your picks in. Don't forget. Don't be like Wes Hawkins, our supervisor, who beats us in points with rollover picks.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
I don't know, but it pisses me off so bad. I'm trying
That's the
so
secret.
hard.
Don't try.
I'm trying so hard.
Yeah.
And
the
then
less
Wes
you
doesn't
try,
do
the
a
better
thing.
you do.
Pretty much.
I don't
Wes
know.
beat me one year, and he had rollover picks from like the 3rd round on.
Man.
You win some, you lose some.
Win some, you lose some.
It is what it is.
Okay. Comment down below. Let us know if you need tickets to Salt Lake. Let us know how many you need.
Yeah, 20 to give away. Look, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in live. We've had an absolute blast today. Again, shout out to Weston Pike. And, we will see you next week for Denver.
See ya.